Tonight, in an interview with News 4 Tucson investigator Matthew Schwartz, has the man who oversees Arizona's public universities.
The investigations at the U of A involve former coaches in at least 4 sports: football, basketball, track, and swimming. And it's not just coaches. Football players are accused in a threatened lawsuit by the assistant to former coach Rich Rodriguez of sending her graphic photos of themselves. And as we reported last week, a new lawsuit alleges that the U of A knew that former football player Orlando Bradford was abusing women and, quote, took virtually no action.
I think there needs probably to be blunt, and the athletic department, there probably needs to be a look at the culture.
Bill Ridenour oversees the state's public universities as the chair of the Arizona Board of Regents. He says he's a proud Wildcat, class of '66.
Going forward, don't you think there has to be some changes made, either in background checks or policy or student athletes' behavior towards women?
So I think now is a good time to sit down and with a new athletic director, with a new president, and take a fresh look at all of this. Now is the time to see if we can have a culture change at the University of Arizona in our athletics.
Ridenour says one of the first changes he wants involve the multi-million-dollar payouts to fired coaches. Rodriguez walked away with $6.3 million.
I know are concerning to the public, are mitigated or reduced as much as we could possibly make sure of.
Maybe the sting of the Rich Rod buyout is why new football coach Kevin Sumlin would reportedly not get a huge payday if he's fired before his 5-year, $14.5 million contract expires.
Excited to be a Wildcat, and I'm excited to say bear down.
And if Sumlin quits, he'd owe the U of A money. We wanted to get some answers from Athletic Director Dave Hickey regarding Bill Ridenour's call for changes here. However, Hickey, who's making $500,000 this year, declined an interview through a university spokesman who said Hickey could not discuss lawsuits or personnel issues. Hickey replaced Greg Byrne, who became athletic director at Alabama. Some observers have wondered if Byrne left here in part because he knew about the brewing scandals. News 4 Tucson's Ari Alexander recently asked Byrne about that.
When you have 500 student athletes, you have 20 plus programs, 350 employees, you're going to have issues. It's going to happen. And what the important thing is that you make the best decision you can with the information you have when those things come along.
As far as while you were here, no knowledge of anything going on for yourself or for Sean?
Yeah, of course not, no.
We need to make sure, that is, the Board of Regents needs to make sure that we have more advanced knowledge of what they plan to do with the coaches and the buyouts.
Meanwhile, the U of A is spending millions of dollars for outside law firms to investigate the sexual harassment allegations made by Rodriguez's former assistant, which he denies, and the FBI's charges that former assistant basketball coach Book Richardson took $20,000 in bribes.
What do you say to Arizona taxpayers about their money, millions of dollars, being used because of these scandals?
No public funds are being used in these payouts. By that I mean no appropriations from the legislature, no tuition monies. So we're really relying on athletic department receipts and or private donations from donors, but still.
It's not what they donated for.
Right.
What message do you have for all the people who love the U of A, alums, students, boosters, etc., about what the heck's going on there?
The message I would give to the students and the alumni and the parents is that we're taking a fresh look at everything. And the U of A is going to emerge from this better and stronger.
U of A President Robert Robbins, who makes $988,000, also declined an interview. A-Board Chair Ridenauer praised Robbins and Athletic Director Hickey. They both walked into this crisis, and Ridenauer told me he believes they are capable of solving it. If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigators@kvoa.com or call 955-4444. Investigating for you, Matthew Schwartz, News 4 Tucson.